Okay, so hello everyone. I'm really getting into these chat GPT conversations where you bring up a topic, they get their answers, and they break it down into statistical data. And if you ask for references and resources and their citations, they'll give it to you. But I've noticed, especially for this show, i.e. the challenge, I have to correct them a lot when it comes to certain seasons, certain elimination rounds, and a lot of data. And you'll see that throughout the conversation that I did here. But once you put in the correct data pertaining that, then things pretty much just get on and rolling. And it's very easy to make content this way. I feel, my bad. I feel like for stuff that doesn't have outright data, like numerical data, and something that's a bit more generalized, ChatGPT is a bit better at compared to something like this, but it's still good for this as well. So I made a video ranking all of the Era 1 men who did at least 3 seasons on the challenge franchise, which includes everything but Champs vs. Stars. So I'm not including that spin-off and that data here to see who's the best and worst. And I wanted to see ChatGPT's opinion on it since they're a lot less opinion based compared to my own rankings and anyone else's rankings because it's not a person really ranking it, they're going strictly off data. So I'm going to show you the conversation that came from this or will come from this. So as you see, I typed the question here and I'm going to read it. Hello. So I have a list of men who did at least 3 seasons of the Challenge franchise, which includes the flagship show, All Stars, and World Championship, but not Champs vs. Stars. So that's the criteria that I use, obviously, for this and for my rankings that I've published. These men are from Era 1, brackets, seasons 1 to 10. How would you rank these men? I wrote man, but I meant men, based on performance only. CT, Darrell, Derek, Mark, Brad, Abram, Landon, Alton, Theo Vaughn, Mike, Mezanin, Timmy, Adam Larson, Steve, Shane, Jamie, Yes, Dan Setzler, Adam King, Ace, Latyrian, Eric, Cyrus, John, Tech, Dan Ramsey, and David are the names in question to be ranked/analyzed. Here's what they have to say. Great. This is a fantastic question and a crucial building block for establishing all-time rankings by era. Since you're focused strictly on performance across all eligible seasons, flagship, all-stars, world championship, and not legacy, impact, or popularity, we'll judge these era 1 male competitors based on wins and finals, elimination/mission performance, so I didn't put that anywhere, quality of competition, consistency and longevity, relative performance across different formats, individual/team/partner. Below is the performance-only ranking of the listed competitors who have done 3+ seasons and all began in seasons 1 to 10. Top tier elite performers. So number 1, Darrell Taylor wins 4 in his first 4 seasons in unmatched streak, finals 5, including All Stars, eliminations 96, career record, formats proven in team, partner, and solo. Notes. Although his All Star/Worlds results were more mixed, his early dominance is nearly unmatched. As we go through, we're going to see a lot of corrections that's done. 2. CT Tamburello wins 5 in the flagship. Finals 9. Eliminations 17/7. We know that's wrong. Notes. Although he started erratically in Era 1, his sheer performance dominance in later years elevates him above almost all others. If you're judging only from Era 1 seasons, his rank would be lower, but based on all eligible appearances, including later dominance, he is here. 3. Landon Lewick wins 2 out of 4 seasons. We know this is wrong. Finals 3. Never failed to make a final. We know that's wrong. Eliminations 5-1. That is correct. Note, perhaps the most efficient male ever. Short resume but elite in every outing, which is true. So we have another tier in high tier. Strong overall performers. 4. Derek Kaczynski wins 3, finals 4+, eliminations 13-7. Notes, tough, durable, and respected competitor, great, All-Stars return further boosts his resume. At number 5, Mike Long wins 2, 1 flagship, 1 All-Stars. We know this is wrong, and that will be corrected. Finals 3 plus, eliminations 3-1. We know that's wrong. Notes: long career, consistent competitor, winning in multiple eras. 6. Yes, Duffy wins 2, Challenge 2000 and All-Stars 1. Finals at least 3. Eliminations limited due to early team era play and All-Stars. Efficient, though not heavily battle-tested in eliminations. Another tier. Mid-tier. Flashes of greatness, inconsistent, or shorter runs. So we have Brad Fiorenza at 7th. Win 0, we know that's wrong. Finals 4, including All-Stars 3. Eliminations 10-6, we know that's wrong. Always in the mix, very consistent, but never sealed a win. We know that's wrong. 8, Abram Boyce wins 1. Finals 2, eliminations 5-2. I'm pretty sure that's inaccurate. Notes: strong competitor cut short by discipline issues and erratic behavior. 9, Alton Williams wins 1, finals 2, eliminations 4-1. I'm pretty sure some of that's wrong. Physically elite but underwhelming All-Stars 2 return hurt him slightly. We know he wasn't on All-Stars 2. 10, Mike the Miz Mizinen wins 2, finals 2, eliminations few as he played in the team era. Notes: won both times he made the final, great politically and socially. We know that's not true with winning both finals he made. 11, Jamie Murray wins 3, finals 3. Notes: all of his wins are in team formats, no eliminations. Impressive record, but untested under modern rules. 12, Theo Vaughn wins 0, incorrect. Finals 2, eliminations mix. Notes: finalist in Battle of the Sexes and the Gauntlet, underappreciated athlete in early days. Lower mid-tier, respectable but limited impact. 13, Shane Landon wins 0, finals 2, we know that's incorrect. Eliminations 3-5. Notes: long career, versatile, not a strong elimination player. 14, Timmy Becky wins 0, finals 2, I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Notes: strong politically, socially, retired before eliminations became key. 15, Dan Setzler wins 0, finals 1, that's incorrect. Eliminations: solid but not standout. At 16, Adam Martin wins 0, we know that's incorrect. Finals 1, we know that's incorrect. Notes: part of the strong Real World Paris crew, but unremarkable one. Clearly, they're referring to a completely different person because Adam was never on the Real World Paris. He debuted from Road Rules. Lower tier, limited impact or poor results. 17th, Adam King wins 0, finals 0, that's incorrect. Eliminations 3-7. Cornelio underdog lacked competitive edge. 18th, Laterian Wallace wins 0, final 0, eliminations 3-4. Notes: respected physically but never made a deep run. At 19th is Cyrus Yarbrough wins 1, team win, finals 1, eliminations weak performance in later returns. That's true, but there's no specific data for this that they didn't pick up, so I had to put it in later. At 20th, Ace Emerson wins 0, final 0, we know that's incorrect. Eliminations 1-5, we know that's incorrect. Notes: popular but poor record. At 21st, Eric Nice wins 0, final 0, we know both are incorrect. Notes: mostly remembered from early challenge formats, minimal later performance. At 22nd is John Brennan. Wins 0, final 0, notes: low physical performance. At 23rd, Steve Mikey. Wins 0, final 0, we know that's all incorrect. Notes: All-Stars return was brief, low impact. We know that's not correct. At 24th, Ted Holmes. Win 0, final 0, elimination 0-2. Great personality, not competitive. That last sentence is true. At 25th is Dan Renzi. Win 0, final 0, notes: minimal impact. The only thing true about this is the minimal impact one, not the other stats. And at 26th is David from Your World Seattle. 0 wins, 0 finals, notes: hardly any competitive impact. Would you like this list in a formatted in a chart or spreadsheet or broken down into tiers of performance stats? So as you see here, I had to, oh wow, this is longer than I remembered. I had to add a bunch of additional commentary and context and data. I wrote, Dura has 6 finals appearances since use in the finals for both All-Stars 1 and 2. Where does the 17-7 elimination record from CT come from? I have him at 6-6. Landon failed to make the final on the Duel 2, and he on 3 times. The final 2, Gauntlet 2, and Freshman 2. Clearly he made it to the finals on those 3 seasons. Mark never won on All Stars and won Real World versus Road Rules and Battle of the Sexes. His elimination record is 3-3. What is the third final Yes was a part of? Brad won Cutthroat and his elimination record is 8-9 according to the Challenge Wiki. Abram won the Inferno 1 and 3 and his elimination record is 3-3. Alton has a 6-1 elimination record and went to 4 finals, which is the Gauntlet, Gauntlet 2, Inferno 3, and All-Stars 1. Theo won Battle of the Sexes 2 and the Gauntlet, while being a finalist on Battle of the Seasons 2002. Shane only made it to 1 final on All-Stars Rivals. Timmy won on the Inferno and made it to 3 finals. Dan Setzler won the Challenge 2000 and Battle of the Sexes 2, while making it to the finals on Battle of the Seasons 2002. Adam Larson won the Gauntlet and All-Stars Rivals. He has a 6-1 elimination record. Adam King has a 2-3 elimination record and made it to the final on the Gauntlet 3. Naturian has a 2-4 elimination 1 and was the runner-up on Extreme Challenge, a final. Cyrus won Extreme Challenge and made it to the final on the Inferno. He has a 2-5 elimination record. Ace made it to 2 finals, the Inferno 3 and All-Stars 4, but he has a 0-3 elimination record. Eric won Battle of the Sexes 2 and Road Rules All-Stars. John won Road Rules All-Stars. Steve made it to the finals on All-Stars 4 and won All-Stars Rivals, and he has a 9-1 elimination record. Tech has a 1-1 elimination record and has made it to the final on All-Stars 2. Dan Ramsey won Extreme Challenge. David made it to the finals on the Gauntlet 2. Thank you. This level of detail is excellent and essential for getting these rankings right. You're absolutely right to correct several of those stats. Based on your input and corrections, here's an updated and more accurate performance-only ranking of the challenge competitors who debuted in Era 1, Seasons 1 to 10, and competed in at least 3 seasons, excluding Champs vs. Stars. So top tier, performer. So we have Darrell. I'm not going to read all the stats. So he won his first 4 seasons, solid all-star showings. He has a longevity plus peak performance equals elite. And second is Landon Lewick. Near perfect competitive resume, never lower than semifinal stage outside of Dual Tool, which is true. CT Tamburello. Lower elimination success rates than often thought, dominant post-Era 1. Performance across 20 plus seasons still puts him high. High tier strong performers. At 4th, we have Derek Kaczynski. Ironman of eliminations, key political and physical threat. At 5th is Alton Williams. Underrated longevity and versatility. All-Stars 2 dip doesn't erase peak performance, though it states All-Stars 1 here, so I guess they thought he was on All-Stars 2. At 6th is Abram Boyce. Elite presence in prime, slightly limited by behavior-driven exits. At 7th is Yes Duffy. All-Stars 3 exit hurt slightly, still efficient and successful. At 8th is Mark Long. Long-spanning career, no win on All-Stars despite key political role. Mid-tier, consistent / impactful. So at 9th we have Brad Fiorenza. Incredibly consistent performer, poor elimination record slightly holds him back. At 10th we have Mike Mizanin. Clean, efficient resume with major wins, brief but high impact. At 11th is Theo Vaughn. Quietly very effective in early team / partner formats. At 12th is Jamie Murray. One of the most efficient pre-elimination era competitors, untested in 1v1 eliminations. I'm pretty sure that's what they meant. Lower mid-tier, respectable but not elite. At 13th is Timmy Becky. Performed well pre-elimination era, smart, well-liked but rarely dominant. At 14th is Dan Setzler. Quiet resume but impressive if looking at early seasons. At 15th is Adam Larson. Sneaky, strong resume with elite elimination record. At 16th is Shane Landrum. Valuable social player but shaky elimination record and no wins. At 17th is Steve Meinke. Remarkably strong late career performance boosts stock. At 18th is Cyrus Yarborough. Longevity respected, later returns show decline. Obviously, this system refers to his All-Star seasons. At 19th is Ace Emerson. Decent politically, poor head-to-head performance. Lower tier, limited or inconsistent impact. At 20th is Adam King. Frequently outdone in physical competition. At 21st is Laterian Wallace. Physical threat lacks strategic king. At 22nd is Eric Nice. Strong in early days, minimal modern competition. At 23rd is John Brennan. Culturally iconic, competitively minor. At 24th is Tech Holmes. Fighter charismatic, not an elite competitor. At 25th is Dan Renzi. Didn't continue past early years, impact limited. At 26th is David Burns, quiet competitor with limited resume. So here's my comment where I was somewhat questioning the rankings. So I wrote, CT has the best longevity though, and Landon only did 4 seasons in a 5-year time frame. Shouldn't his lack of longevity hold him back? What is the difference between Yes and Adam Larson, where they both have an All-Stars win and an early era team win? Shouldn't Shane and Steve also benefit from better longevity than some of the others above them? I said him, I meant them. How do you consider ranking people who only played in the team's era with limited eliminations? Here's what they said. These are excellent questions that get to the heart of how performance should be evaluated across eras with dramatically different formats. Let's walk through your points carefully and outline the principles that can help clarify the rankings. So, key criteria in performance-only rankings. Wins. Most heavily weighed individual wins above team wins, above era-based default wins, i.e. pre-elimination. Final appearances. Adds credit, especially in modern/individual seasons. Elimination record. More relevant in the modern/post-season 10 era, weak elimination players often can't survive today. Fourth is longevity. Adds value, but only if performance is sustained. Examples are CT and Darrell. Short careers, i.e. Landon, lose out unless dominant. So him being so dominant is why he's higher. Era context. Players with limited eliminations or in a team-only format get adjusted credits, but can't be over-rewarded due to format protection. 6. Recency and adaptability. Performing across eras, especially new ones like All-Stars, adds to resume. Addressing your specific points, should Landon drop due to short career? Yes, slightly. Landon's 3 wins in 4 seasons are absurdly good, but he never faced eliminations in 3 of his 4 seasons. I don't think that's correct. That might be something I had to check. Failed to make the final in the Duel 2, his only non-team format season. Didn't return for All-Stars so far, while others, i.e. Brad, Mark, and Steve, etc., showed sustained competitiveness. Adjustment. Landon might drop below Durrell and CT, maybe even below Derek. 2. CT's longevity. Should he be number 1? Arguably, yes. CT is a 5-time winner, a finalist 9 times, competed successfully across 3 decades, won in modern elimination-heavy individual formats. His 6-6 elimination record isn't amazing, but many losses came early in his career when he was politically isolated. He improved significantly in the second half of his career. Conclusion. CT has a strong case to be ranked number 1 overall for Era 1 men based on full career performance, especially if longevity is prioritized. 3. Yes versus Adam Larson. What's the difference? They are very close. Yes, wins are the Challenge 2000 and All-Stars 1, and he also has 2 finals. Adam Larson's wins are from the Gauntlet and All-Stars Rivals, where he also has 2 finals, but he has a 6-1 elimination record. The main separator is that Adam L has a clear, strong elimination record while Yes benefited from win and USA formats with no eliminations at all in early career and in All-Stars 1. Adjustment. You could justify placing Adam ahead of Yes, depending on how much weight you give into elimination performance. Should Steve and Shane benefit more from longevity? Yes, if they competed well in multiple eras, and especially if they performed strongly in eliminations. Steve, 9-1 elimination record, which is very rare. He's an All-Stars 4 finalist, and he won All-Stars Rivals. He deserves a bump up, probably top 15 rate. Shane, 3-5 elimination record, only 1 final, not a strong finals conversion rate. He gets credit for adaptability and social gameplay, but is limited by poor elimination and win record. Conclusion, Steve's better than Shane by performance. Steve could rise above guys like Timmy, Theo, and even Yes. How to rank team era players with minimal eliminations. You need a weighted adjustment system, something like this. Format strength. Solo wins like Free Agents and the Duel are 5 stars, or they're valued at 5 stars. Partner/team wins with eliminations, i.e. Fresh Meat and the Gauntlet 2, are valued at 4 stars. Timmy with no elimination, so the challenge 2000 and Battle of the Sexes are valued at 2 stars. No win but strong elimination record is valued at 3 stars, and only pre-elimination seasons and no finals is valued at 1 star. Team era only players like Jamie, Dan Setzler, and Eric Nice gets credit but must be behind players who've proven themselves in modern formats. So, suggested reordering based on your questions. Updated top 10, performance focus plus adjusted for longevity. So things do switch here. So at first is CT, longevity plus 5 wins and 9 finals. At second is the Raw, 4 wins, 6 finals, all-star success. At 3 is Derek, 3 wins, elite eliminations across formats. At fourth is Landon, 3 wins, 4 seasons, but 4 seasons only, but dominant. At fifth is Alton, 4 finals, 6-1 elimination record. At sixth is Brad, 4 finals, 8-9 record, long consistent career. At seventh is Mark, 2 wins, 3 finals. I'm pretty sure that's incorrect. High visibility leader. At eighth is Adam L, 2 wins, 6-1 elimination record, strong all-stars presence. At ninth is Yes, 2 wins, no eliminations, format protected. At 10th is Steve, 1 win, 9-1 record, all-stars for a finalist. So it's pretty much asked if I want it in an Excel sheet, tiered graphic, or simple stat table. So I asked this. Do you differentiate between duo teams and large teams in the rankings? It's harder to make it to the final in duo seasons than large team seasons, especially when some of those large team seasons barely having eliminations. Here's what they said. Absolutely, and you're spot on to raise this distinction. There's a significant competitive difference between winning in large team formats, so Battle of the Sexes, Extreme Challenge, The Gauntlet, partner duo formats, which includes Fresh Meat, the Duel 2, and Rivals, solo formats, which includes the Duel, Free Agent, and All Stars 3. Why it matters in rankings. Dual/partner seasons have a smaller margin for error. 1 weak performance means you're going to elimination. More pressure. Every daily and elimination directly affects your survival. Limited protection. Can't hide behind numbers or politics as easily. High individual contribution. Your fate is much more in your own hands. Example, Landon winning Fresh Meats 2 with Cardi, a weak partner on paper, is vastly more impressive than winning the Gauntlet 2 on a stacked team. Large team seasons. Format protection. Fewer eliminations, more vote-outs, or political gameplay. Success diluted. Large teams, so 10 plus people, share wins/finals. Uneven impact. Some players can coast to the final with minimal contribution. An example, Yes winning the Challenge 2000 or Dan and Setzler winning Battle of the Sexes 2 is a far less demanding path than CT winning War of the Worlds 2 or Spice Lives and Allies in a partner/final heavy season. How to adjust for this in rankings. Here's a simple weighing framework you could use in performance-only rankings. So, solo wins are valued at 5, duo/partner wins are valued at 4.5, trio/small teams of 3 to 5 people are valued at 4, large team wins with over 5 people are valued at 3, win in formats with no eliminations is valued at 2.5. And for final appearances, solo/duo format finals is valued at 3, trio/small team finals are valued at 2.5, large team final is valued at 2. No eliminations team era is valued at 1.5. This lets you quantitatively adjust for difficulty across formats and makes it easier to justify, say, putting someone like Steve above Yes or Brad above someone with more wins but softer paths. Excuse me. But just like examples. So Yes versus Adam L. So they both have 2 wins. Their win type value is different, causing for Yes to be ranked at 6 and Adam to be ranked at 7.5. Yes has minimal eliminations. Adam has a 6-1 elimination record. The final difficulty, mostly team-based for Yes and includes duo for Adam. Longevity, moderate for Yes, longer active for Adam. Edge to Adam L based on more difficult format and elimination performance. Would you like a stat sheet that applies this framework? I said I would like a stat sheet, tiered graphic, Excel sheet, or sortable stat table. Here's a sortable stats table for the Era 1 men who competed in at least 3 seasons of the Challenge franchise, including the flagship, All-Stars, and World Championships, excluding Temps vs. Stars. So I'm going to read the names, and I'm just going to go to the notes because I don't feel like reading all that, but you can see the data here. Okay. So, number 1, CT, longevity plus modern wins. At 2 is Darrell, 4 early wins plus all-star success. At 3 is Derek, strong eliminations plus all-stars. At 4th is Landon, very efficient but short run. At 5th is Mark, legacy but all-star win eluded him. He didn't win all-stars. I'm pretty sure I corrected this afterwards. At 6th is Theo, team only era, no eliminations. At 7th, Dan Setzler, team era success. At 8th is Adam L, excellent elimination record. At 9th is Abram, volatile competitor, solid record. At 10th is Yes, no eliminations, format protected. I'm pretty sure I had to add Yes's elimination records after this. At 11th is Mike. No eliminations, solid performance. I had to add elimination for him afterwards. 12th, Eric, very early seasons only. 13th, Brad, longevity plus consistent deep runs. At 14th, Timmy, early team era player. At 15th is Steve, great elimination record, longevity. At 16th is Cyrus, long legacy, not strong competitively. At 17th is Shane, poor elimination record, long career. At 18th is Jamie, team era only. I'm pretty sure he didn't capture all of his wins, so I have to adjust that. At 19th is John, one early team win. At 20th is Dan Renzi, early era player. At 21st is Alton, consistent finalist, strong elimination record, so they didn't include his win and stuff, so that has to be adjusted. At 22nd is Ace, poor elimination record. At 23rd is Tech, brief return on All-Stars. At 24th, Adam King, mediocre elimination record. At 25th is Laterian, early finalist, later struggles. At 26th, at last, is David, minor finalist. I don't even think David made it. Actually, no, he did make it to the final on the gun. But never mind. Yeah, so I have to correct it. I have Durrell with a 9-7 elimination record. Derek has a 12-8 elimination record. Landon has a 5-1 elimination record. Autumn won the Gauntlet 2. Theo has a 0-1 elimination record. Mike Misanen has a 2-0 elimination record. He's been to 4 finals overall. I have Brad at 5 finals overall. Steve has a 9-2 elimination record. Timmy has a 1-1 elimination record. Yes has a 0-2 elimination record. David has a 0-1 elimination record. Dan Ramsey has a 1-1 elimination record. John also has a 0-1 elimination record. Also, John's win consisted of a season where no one went home and all 5 people were a part of a team, where they didn't even compete against anyone. Here's your updated stats table for the Era 1 men who competed in at least 3 challenge seasons, sorted by performance. Wins, over finals, over elimination win, weight. So, I'm just going to list the number name. CT's at first, Durrell's at second, Derek's at third, Landon's at fourth, Mike's at fifth, Mark's at sixth, Theo's at seventh, Dan Setzler is at eighth, Adam Marston's at ninth, Abrams at 10th, Yes is at 11th, Eric's at 12th, Brad's at 13th, Alton's at 14th, Timmy's at 15th, Steve's at 16th, Cyrus is at 17th, Dan Ramsey's at 18th, Shane's at 19th, so I'm pretty sure he didn't win, so that has to be adjusted. John's at 20th, Jamie's at 21st, Ace is 22nd, Tech's 23rd, Adam King's 24th, Latif's 25th, and David's at 26th. So I said I didn't want an Excel file or tail graphic sheet. I said, also, Eric's wins are also weak. One of his wins, World War All-Stars, came from no one going home. There only being 5 people on the cast, and they all got to win. And his other win is was a team season. Got it. That's an important distinction. I'll factor in the quality of wins going forward, especially for early team seasons like World Rules All-Stars, where the competitive format was minimal. Let me know if you'd like that incorporated into a new ranking or tiered evaluation. Yes, please. The quality of wins for all of them needs to be factored. Excellent. Here's how I'll proceed to create a refined Era 1 male competitors tiered ranking factoring in. Win quality criteria. Wins will be weighed based on how difficult or competitive the season or format was. Solo win, weighed at 4. 1 as an individual, especially in elimination heavy seasons. Duo win, valued at 3. 1 with a single partner requiring consistency across challenges and finals. Mid-sized team win, 3 to 6 people, valued at 2 stars. Small team format with internal dynamics and more risk. Large team win, valued at 1. 1 as a large part of a team, 7 plus, often with little elimination exposure. No elim seasons, valued at 0, essentially. Wins with minimal or no competition, example World Rules All-Stars. Refined tier rankings based on performance plus win quality. So the S tier, elite performance with high quality wins and longevity. CT with 5 wins, 2 solo, 3 team/duo, 9 finals, 6 to 6 elimination record, equals 5 stars. Darrell, 4 wins, 2 solo, All-Stars 1, 2 finals, 2 team. Wait, no. It says he won All-Stars 1 and 2. I have to correct that. And I guess his fresh meat win would fall under that. I don't think it changes much. 6 finals, 9 to 7 elimination record, 4 stars. Derek, 3 wins, all team based but from tough seasons, 4 finals. 4 finals overall. I'm pretty sure he did more finals after that. I have to check that. 12 to 8 elimination record, 4 stars. Landon, 3 wins, 1 duo, fresh meat 2, 2 team. 3 finals, 5 to 1 elimination record, equals 4 stars. Think slightly for only 4 seasons. A tier. Multiple high caliber wins, slight things. Mike Missinen, 2 wins from team wins, but 4 finals and undefeated in eliminations equals 3 stars. Adam Larson, 2 wins, 1 team plus 1 duo, strong 6 to 1 elimination records equals 3 stars. Abram, 2 wins, both team, good competitor but no individual accolades. 2 stars. Damn, they didn't have to read them like that. 2 stars. Brad, 1 win to a team, 5 finals, 8 to 9 elimination record equals 2 stars. High final count and elimination volume. Alton's at 1 win, mid-sized team, so they got it 2. 4 finals, 6 to 1 elimination record, 3 stars. Ding for lack of solo/duo win. Mark, 2 wins, 1 early non-competitive, and 1 team, and 3 finals. I'm pretty sure he has more finals than that, equals 1 star. Not elite by modern standards. B tier. Yes, 2 wins, 1 team, 1 solo on All Stars 3, but 0 to 2 elimination record, 2 stars. Theo, 2 wins on the team, but 0 to 1 elimination record, no individual standout, equals 2 stars. Dan Setzler, 2 team wins, but unknown impact and no eliminations, 2 stars. Steve, 1 win in the duo, 9 to 2 elimination record, 2 finals, equals 3 stars. Quietly strong overall. Timmy, 1 team win, 3 finals, 1 to 1 elimination record, 2 stars. Eric, 2 wins, 1 being World Rules All-Stars, which was not competitive, equals 1 star. Cyrus, 1 win on a team, 2 finals, poor elimination record, equals 1 star. Shane did not win, I'm pretty sure I correct that later. 1 win at 2 3 to 5 elimination record, 1 final, 2 stars. Dan Wendy, 1 win on a large team, 1 to 1 elimination record, 1 final equals 1 star. John, 1 quote-unquote win on World Rules All-Star, no real competition, 0 to 1 elimination record, 0 stars. So, C tier. Solid players but lack wins or edge. Tech, 0 wins, 1 final, 1 to 1 elimination record, 1 star. Adam King, 0 wins, 1 final, 2 to 3 eliminations, equals 1 star. Ethereum, 0 wins, 1 final, 2 to 4 elimination record, equals 1 star. Ace, 0 wins, 2 finals, 0 to 3 elimination records, 0. Jamie, 1 win in the mid-sized team, that's incorrect. He has 3 wins, no eliminations, equals 2 stars. David, 0 wins, 1 final, 0 to 1 elimination record, 0 stars. So ask me tier graphic or exporter Excel. I said tier graphic is good. Also, I think factoring seasons where someone just missed the final is important. I used this on my tier videos when I was ranking people by era, so I felt like it needed to be included here, and it balances things out, as you will see here. What do you want that data as well? Yes, absolutely. Tracking just missed the final seasons is valuable. It gives us a better view of consistency and high-level performance even without final appearances. If we share that data, I can update the tier rankings to account for near-miss consistency, add a finalist plus near-miss metric, reflect that nuance visually in a tier graphic. Example, an icon or a sourdough label. Go ahead and send that info when you're ready, and I'll incorporate it into the updated tier graphic. As you see here, I uploaded all of that. I'm really not going to read all of it because I just don't feel like it. It was going to process an image. I said, you don't have to process an image for it. Just simple data is fine. Perfect. Here's the updated tiered ranking, now incorporating win quality, so solo slash duo over mid-sized team slash, over a large team slash non-competitive. Elimination record, just missed final count, labeled as near final seasons. So as you see here, you have the wins, you have the finals, you have the elimination record, and the near final seasons. I'm not going to read all of them. And on my prior videos, the near final seasons are where someone is booted within the last 2 rounds before the final. So that's what I consider a near final season. You'll see here in the order, CT, Darrell, Derek, Landon are in the S tier, which are elite performers, top wins plus longevity plus near misses. A tier, strong winners with solid longevity or high output. So we have Mike, Adam Larson, Abram, Brad, Alton, and Mark. I'm pretty sure Brad moved up a bit due to his numbers in the near final season, so help someone out like him. B tier, mid-level performers or specialists. So we have then Theo, then Dan Setzler, then Steve, then Timmy, then Eric, then Cyrus, then Shane. I don't know why it has him as a winner. Then Dan Renzi, then John. C tier, minimal win impact or low competitive output. So we have Tech, then Adam King, then Laterian, then Ace, then Jamie, then David. That needs to be corrected too. Yeah, I had to correct it here. Here's where I did it. I said, CT has been to 10 finals, Mark has been to 6 finals, Derek has been to 6 finals, Abram has been to 4 finals, Shane has never won a season, Jamie won 3 seasons, meaning he has made it to 3 finals. Adam King was a near final season miss on Rivals. Just going to update it here. So you see here, final appearances, win counts in your final season. Shane downgraded due to no wins. Jamie upgraded due to 3 team wins. Adam King adjusted with near final season added. So we're going to look at the list. So you see the border, that's where they updated it. So the top 4 is pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure the AT here is also the same here. The B tier, as you see, Jamie moved up. We had some changes with that. Shane moved down because he doesn't have a win. And then C tier is the same. So I asked, how do you justify Jamie being so much lower than Dan Setzler? When you look at that data, Jamie is here, and Dan is here. So that's why I asked the question that I asked with Jamie and Dan. Great question, and you're absolutely right to challenge that. Here's a direct comparison between Jamie Murray and Dan Setzler. So Jamie has 3 wins to Dan's 2 wins. They each have 3 finals. Neither one of them's ever been in an elimination. They have 0 near finals. Their win qualities. Jamie has 2 wins on large teams and 1 mid-size. Well, Dan Setzler has 2 wins on large teams. Evaluation. Same elimination contribution, none, both avoided eliminations entirely. Jamie has an additional win with no losses. Jamie's win on the Inferno 2, that I will have to correct, came in a season with more eliminations and stronger modern competition relative to the Challenge 2000 or Battle of the Sixes 2. Dan's Battle of the Sixes 2 win was in a format that allowed teammates to win without ever facing a risk, a no knock on that season. Verdict. Jamie should be ranked above Dan Setzler due to more wins due to 2. Slightly better win quality. Inferno 2 is stronger than Battle of the Sexes 2. We know he's not on that season. And equal lack of elimination exposure. So Dan doesn't get an edge here. Correction. Jamie should move up to at least upper B tier, possibly low A tier, while Dan Setzler drops to mid B tier. Would you like me to adjust the whole tier list now with this fix and any other tweaks you're considering? Just a correction. Jamie won the Gauntlet 2, not the Inferno 2. Thanks, you're absolutely right. Jamie's wins are from the Challenge 2000, the Gauntlet 2, and the Inferno, not the Inferno 2. Wait, he wasn't on the Inferno. Yeah, that's incorrect, too. So it says what they think they corrected. Here, not competitive, large team season, moderate difficulty, that will need to be changed. And then you have the data here, win quality. Slightly better overall Inferno over Battle of the Sexes 2. He's not on the Inferno. Then Setzler, slightly weaker due to Battle of the Sexes 2 format. Conclusion, Jamie has more wins with at least one in a more competitive format. Both avoided eliminations and didn't prove themselves one-on-one, but Jamie has greater impact on paper. On paper, emphasis on that. Dan Setzler's Battle of the Seasons 2002 near final was erroneously assumed, but he made the final and lost. This doesn't count as a near miss. Adjustments. Jamie moves up to upper B tier, possibly fringe A tier if win count is heavily weighted. Dan Setzler drops to mid B tier below Jamie and behind others with elimination success solo/duo wins. Would you like to post an updated tier table fixing? Sorry, Jamie's wins are the Challenge 2000, Battle of the Sexes, the first one, and the Gauntlet 2. It adjusts that. All of his wins are team seasons. The Challenge 2005 player team, no one went home. Battle of the Sexes, large team, gender-based format. Few eliminations. Gauntlet 2, large team, moderate competition. Comparison to Dan Setzler. So pretty much, Jamie has slightly better wins. The Gauntlet 2 is better than Battle of the Sexes 2. Slightly worse for Dan Setzler. Battle of the Sexes 2 format is weaker. Takeaway. Jamie clearly ranks above Dan Setzler. Neither has elimination credibility, but Jamie has more wins, slightly better win quality, and slightly longer tenure. I guess because the Gauntlet 2 was 2 seasons after Battle of the Sexes 2. Jamie's adjusted tier. Jamie Murray should be placed in the upper B tier, on par with or above competitors like Yes, Steve, and Alton, depending on how you weight elimination records and win formats. Would you like the tier list recompiled with Jamie promoted and Dan Lord accordingly? I can include that in the next full revision. Sure. So, here's the updated and corrected Era 1 male competitor tier list based on accurate win/final counts, corrected elimination records, factoring near final seasons, adjusting for win quality. And we see the format here. Jamie promoted above Dan Setzler. Dan Setzler moves lower in B tier. So we're going to see here. So you see all the data. Jamie moves to the very top. Dan Setzler's in the middle. So I'm just filling my water because I'm thirsty with all these lies. Okay. So we're going to scroll down. See tier. Okay. Oh, if you're ready to move on to Era 1 woman or Era 2 men, I'm ready when you are. I have a different video on that, and I already started the conversation about the Era 1 women, so I'm going to show that soon, but not in this video. So I also wrote, Eric's wins are very weak. Road Rules All-Stars was short and had no competing team, and his other win was on Battle of the Sexes. And what's the difference between Theo, Mike, and Timmy when they all did a few seasons with a lack of longevity and essentially solely in the OG era? So I was thinking, what's the big difference between the three of them? Since on my actual rankings, I believe I ranked them all lower due to this. And I think I had Theo the highest because he at least competed on a dual season. Let me take a drink. Excellent observations, and we touch on two really important angles that deserve a deeper look. One, Eric Knight's re-evaluation based on win quality. Road Rules All Stars. Only 5 cast members, no competition, so eliminations are quote unquote won by default. Battle of the Sexes 2003. I think the season filmed in 2004, but it's clear what they meant, whatever. Large teams, players cut via team votes, no direct competition, little strategic or physical threat. Bottom line, Eric's wins are the weakest in the entire pool. 0 elimination in either of them, no modern competitive format, never faced direct challenge, short, lightly structured seasons. Results. Eric should be dropped out of the B tier and placed at the top of C tier. His resume doesn't stand up to even single finalists who faced real elimination or team decisions. 2. Comparing Mike Missinen, Theo Vaughn, and Timmy Becky. They all competed only in Era 1, essentially. Sorry. Timmy did compete in 2 Era 2 seasons, but they were very large team seasons and essentially the same format as Era 1 seasons, but you get the drift. Had limited seasons, 3 to 5 seasons each, played mostly in team-heavy elimination-light formats. So as you see here, Mike did 5 seasons to Theo and Timmy's 4 seasons. Mike has 2 wins, Theo has 2 wins, and Timmy has 1 win. Mike has 4 finals compared to Timmy and Theo's 3. Mike has a 2-0 elimination record compared to Theo's 0-1 elimination record and Timmy's 1-1 elimination record. Mike has no near final appearance. Theo has 1 in Fresh Meat, and Timmy has 1 in the Inferno 3. So for Mike, he's listed as a great political and strategic player, deep runs in every season. Almost every season. Battle of the Sexes 2 wasn't one of them, but 4 to 5 is good. Theo, fast, charismatic, but avoided most elimination pressure. Timmy, often on strong teams, played support role, some physical presence. Summary. Mike is better than Theo, who's better than Timmy. Mike made the most finals in 4, had an undefeated elimination record, and had a more complete game performance, i.e. social, strategic, and physical. That I agree with. Theo has 2 wins but almost 0 elimination experience and less overall team leadership than Mike. Oops, coughed. My bad. Timmy, well respected and a solid teammate, was less central to his team's success and never won a season solo or duo. Adjusted tier clarifications. Let me take a drink again. Mike, solid A tier. He has the best combination of finals plus wins from this trio. Theo, high B tier. Good resume but lacks elimination or longevity. Timmy, mid B tier. Respectable but clearly below Mike and Theo. Eric Nice, top C tier. Weakest win quality across the board. Would you like an updated tier list or a table with these changes? I can also repackage it as a PDF or editable file if you're ready for that format. Yes. Perfect, here's an updated list. So we have the top 4 is pretty much the same. A tier, Mike, Adam, Abram, Brad, Alton, Mark, roughly around the same, pretty much. Sorry. Elite performers in wins, finals, eliminations, and longevity. You see there, they all have more than 2. They have a good amount of finals, good elimination record for the most part. ATS, most of them have more than 1 win, more than 1 finals appearances, decent to good elimination record, and they have some near final appearances. Proven winners with strong records or finals output. B tier, solid resumes, win or finals with some limitations. So you see Jamie at the top, then Theo. Then you see Timmy here, yes, and Steve are in between. They're boosted by All-Stars. Then Setzler, then Shane. It has him at 0 now, so they made that correction. but his longevity kind of helped him in his almost seasons. Cyrus is here, then John, then Dan, Renzi. C tier, limited wins, low eliminations, or finals impact. Interesting that they have John there. See, John's higher than Eric. And then they moved Eric here. 0. Weakest winning quality, no opposition road rules, all-star. I don't know if I mentioned that about John or not, but I might have to do that later. Tech, Adam King, Julian, Ace, and David. So, if you watched my other videos, I also made early eliminations a criteria in my video, so I'm inputting that here. I have data for it. The challenges who were booted early, i.e. the first 2 rounds. Try to give that to you so that can be factored in these results as a category. Would you like that data? Yes, absolutely. That data would be very valuable. Early exits, especially multiple ones, help distinguish between consistent performers and those who struggle to gain traction. Here's how I'd factor it in. How early boots can help refine rankings. Consistency metric shows who's consistently avoided being eliminated early, even in tough formats. Negative weight. Multiple early round exits can offset strong records by exposing inconsistency. Longevity context helps differentiate between someone who went deep in most seasons versus someone who bounced early on. If we provide name seasons booted in rounds 1 or 2, I can log it, tally totals, and photo into the tier evaluation, potentially reshuffling borderline competitors like an Eric, Ace, Literian, or John. Go ahead and send over when ready. So you have the data here. I'm not going to read it out loud. And we'll just see what happens. So early boot summary, first or second round eliminations. So CT has 3, Darrell has 2, Mark has 1, Abram, Adam, and Yes has 1, Ace has 3, Latrine has 2, Adam King has 1, Cyrus Tech also have 1, John has 2. Interpretation for rankings. So people who, and yeah, I think it says moved up or it's good. Minimal or one-time early exit. No major penalty unless combined with a short career or a weak performance otherwise. Applies to Mark, Abram, Adam Larson, Yes, Adam King, Cyrus, and Tech. 2 early boots. Moderate penalty, especially if paired with few deep runs or weak eliminations. This applies to Darrell, Literian, and John. 3 early boots. Heavily penalizing, especially if their deep runs are rare. Applies to CT, even though he's still elite overall, and Ace. Very damaging. So here's the tier impact summary. I guess this is based off of the early boots data that I inputted. CT is still S tier. He has elite longevity and finals outweigh early exits. Duel, solidly S tier. Consistency outside those 2 seasons, very strong. Still very strong. Ace, already in C tier. 3 early exit confirms he's correctly placed low. Literian, low C tier. This confirms weak record despite flashes on All Stars, and I think that's accurate. John, 1 win but 2 early boots and a weak win quality solidifies him at bottom of B or C tier. Yes, Abram, Adam Larson, etc. No real damage, but early exits are a mild red flag if resume is thin. Would you like a tier list image that now includes an early boots column, a new sortable Excel table with columns for wins, finals, eliminations, near finals, and early boots, or both? Let me know and I'll generate it. Let's see both. So here's all the data with obviously the names, the rankings, the wins, the finals, the elimination records, the near finals, the early boots, and the tiers. So CT, Darrell, Derek, and Landon are still S tier. We have Mark, Mike, Abram, Alton, Adam, and Brad as A tier. We have Jamie, Theo, Dan, Yes, Timmy, Steve, Cyrus, and Shane all at B tier. And the rest, i.e., Eric, John, Dan, Ace, Tech, Adam, Latyrian, and David as C tier. Okay. So I asked, why is Brad lower when he has more longevity and consistency than most? And I prefer a tier list like how you did it beforehand, because it asks here if I want to sort this differently, adjust tiers based on data, display this in a cleaner table, CSV, downloadable format. I just did a simple tier list like beforehand. Here's the updated performance-based tier list and stats table for male competitors from the challenge era 1, seasons 1 to 10, factoring in wins, finals, elimination record, near final seasons, early boot, and overall longevity. This model includes win quality slash dual slash team structure context and consistency. The S tier has not changed at all. They are elite performers. A tier, this hasn't changed. I think the order might, yeah, the order definitely changed. Mark was at the bottom. Now he's at the top here. That's good. Abram, then Alton. Alton might have moved up a bit. Mike Mizanin, Adam Marson, and Brad. E tier. Yeah, I don't think a whole lot changed with this, especially since the last few. So Jamie, Theo, Dan, Setzler, yes, Timmy, Steve, Cyrus, and Shane are here. They're solid performers with some gaps. C tier, limited wins, inconsistencies, early exits, and all the people are here. And yeah. This format considers longevity, more than 3 to 4 season run, win quality, so duos are better than large team wins. All-stars impact weight less. Near misses, so deep runs without making it to the final, still showing strong performance. Elimination prowess records weighed more when backed by higher volume. Early boots as an to consistency. Here's what I asked, since I did adjust my last part in my last question or statement. Shouldn't Brad be right under Mike and above the likes of Abram, Alton, Mike, and Adam Larson based on longevity and never being an early boot? Also, shouldn't the likes of Steve be higher than some of the other B tier people, since his wins finals are more modern in comparison? Yes, that's a strong argument, and you're right to emphasize longevity, consistency, and modern era relevance. Let's address both of your points. Brad's ranking adjustment. Brad's case is compelling. He has 5 finals, which is higher than Abram, Alton, Mike, and Adam Larson. 1 win on a tough team season in Cutthroat. He has an 8 to 9 elimination record. The volume matters here. He's never been an early boot. He has 5 near final placements, which is more than any other Era 1 male. Brad has far more consistency and relevance over time than Abram, Alton, or Adam Larson, and more sustained impact than Mike. He deserves to be bumped just under Mike into upper A tier. Steve's ranking adjustment. Steve also deserves a reevaluation. He has 1 win on a dual season and a modern season, plus the final on All-Stars 4. He has a 9 to 2 elimination record. Excellent win rate. Modern performance relevance, which matters especially for All-Stars. No early exits or inconsistent showings. Compared to Theo, 0 to 1 elimination. No wins in the modern era. Dan, Setzler, OG era only. Timmy, low elimination count, OG only. Yes, 0 to 2 elimination, 1 early boot. Steve arguably has a stronger case than most of the B tier, or most in the B tier. He can reasonably move up to the top of the B tier, possibly even borderline A-. Updated adjustments. So we have Mark, then Brad, then Abram, then Alton, then Mike, then Adam. Al, let's read the notes. Mark has 6 finals, 2 wins, OG longevity, and return success. Brad, 5 finals, 1 win, 5 near final seasons, strong longevity. Abram, 4 finals, 2 wins, some early exits. Alton, 4 finals, 2 wins, short runs. Mike, 4 finals, 2 wins, OG only, no return. Adam, 2 wins, great elimination record, but only 2 finals. B tier, which is reordered. We have Steve, then Jamie, then Theo, then Dan S, then Yes, then Timmy, then Cyrus, then Shane. So Steve, 1 modern win, 9-2 record, very strong modern All-Stars record. Jamie, 3 wins, all OG but no eliminations or long-term test. Theo, 2 wins, 0-1 elimination record, only OG only, short run. Dan S, 2 wins, OG team era only, 2 wins, poor elimination record, 1 early boot. Timmy, 1 win, 3 finals, light elimination exposure. Cyrus, 1 win, 2 finals, weak elimination record. Shane, no wins, 1 final, decent longevity, mid elimination record. Would you like a new visual tier graphic with all these adjustments? Yes, please. You could just do a simple tier ranking. And here's what it looks like. Okay. So, Elite Legends, CT, 10 finals, 5 wins, unmatched longevity, strong eliminations. Darrell, 6 finals, 4 consecutive wins, 9-7 elim, long relevance. Derek, 6 finals, 1 win, incorrect. 12-8 elimination record, great consistency. Landon, 3 wins in 4 seasons, dominant performance, 5-1 elimination record. A tier, all-time greats. Rick, 6 finals, 2 wins, 3 near finals, spanning OG to All-Stars. Brad, 5 finals, 1 win, 5 near finals, no early boots, long career. Abram, 4 finals, 2 wins, intense competitor, short to peak. I'm pretty sure that's just in reference to the Infernal seasons, maybe. Or the Inferno to Cutthroat. Alton, 4 finals, 2 wins, 6-1 elimination record, short but high impact. Mike Missinen, 4 finals, 2 wins, undefeated in eliminations, OG1 only. Adam Larson, 2 wins, 6-1 elimination record, near finalist twice. B tier, strong but just below elite. Steve, 1 win, All-Stars final, 92 elimination record, very strong modern record. Jamie, 3 wins, no eliminations, OG only. Theo Vaughn, 2 wins, 1 final, 0-1 elimination, OG only. Dan Setzler, 2 wins, 3 finals, OG team era only. Yes, 2 wins, 1 modern, 0-2 elimination, 1 early boot. Timmy, 1 win, 3 finals, 1-1 elim, short era. Cyrus, 1 win, 2 finals, 2-5 wins, long but inconsistent. Shane, 1 final, 4 near finals, strong mid-tier longevity. C tier, mid-lower tier performers. Eric, 2 week win, team wins, low impact. Dan Renzi, 1 win, OG team era only. John, 1 very weak win, 0-1 elim, 2 early boots. Ace, 2 finals, 0-3 elim, 3 early boots. Tech, 1 final, 1-1 elimination, 1 early boot. Adam King, 1 final, 1 near final, 2-3 elimination, 1 early boot. Let's do it. 1 final, 2-4 elim, 2 early boots. David, 1 final, 0-1 elim, 2 near finals. Shane and Cyrus is Shane. Can you evaluate there to see if they could be switched? How am I gonna do that? What you see me type here, I'm probably gonna type it at the end. As you see, I still have a lot more to go, so I'm not gonna type it yet. Can you break it down by specific stats? So pretty much here's all the data. It won't let me move it over. Hold on. I'm really just reading the notes. CT, most finals ever, elite longevity, they're all fourth P champ, long legacy, Derek, strong elimination resume, Landon, highest win percentage, short career, Mark, OG icon, return strong, Brad, most near finals, no early boots, Abram, fierce but volatile, Alton, strong early career, Mike, never lost an elim, Adam, high efficiency, Steve, dominant in modern era, Jamie, all wins, never tested in elims, Theo, short OG, solid OG resume, Dan, Setzler, OG team, success. Yes, modern win, weak elim stats, Timmy, well-rounded OG1, Cyrus, decent finals, poor elimination record, Shane, great role player. I don't know if that's shade or a compliment. Eric, weak wins, Dan Renzi, OG role player, oh, damn. So they're pretty much just saying change the modern Dan. Yeah, that's not good. John, weakest win possible ace. Winless, poor record, tech, minor contributor, Adam King, mid-level performer, Lithuanian, strong effort, weak record, I think that's kind of nice, but a little shade too. David, very light impact, so essentially none. Notes wins, official seasons wins, not just finals appearances. Near finals, just missed finals, often one round short. Could be two, only boots. First or second elimination boot on a season, seasons. Only captain flagship, All Stars, and World Championship. I mentioned Derek won 3 seasons, the final three, the island, and the ruins. So pretty much ChatGPT acknowledges this and we have to update it. Doesn't really change with Derek, it just says 3-time champ, strong in eliminations. And the rest is the same. So we're gonna just scroll down past this. Would you like a visualized tier graphic or both? A visualized tier graphic that showed up. CT Durrell. Yeah, it has Durrell twice, which whatever. I don't really care for this. Then you have A. I'm pretty sure I meant Durrell and Derek. Then B. This is the order in each tier. Yeah. It doesn't even scroll down. Okay, whatever. What would a scoring system look like for this data? Performance-based scoring system for the challenge arrow and male competitors can assign weight values to various accomplishments and setbacks to create consistent data-driven ranking. Here's a recommended structure. So an individual or dual win plus 10, mid-sized team, so less than 7 people, 8, win large team, 7 over 7 people plus 6, final appearance, non-win plus 4, near final miss, late boot slash semi plus 2, an elimination win plus 1, an elimination loss minus 1, early boot first and second out minus 2. Additional adjustments, which is optional. Perfect finals win, 3 wins to 3 finals plus 2, high win quality bonus if all wins are individual or dual plus 2, for win quality penalty if all wins are in weak team formats, -1 to -2, or an error bonus if finals wins include All Stars or World Championships plus 1, longevity bonus, 8 plus seasons plus 2. Okay. I'm not going to read all the numbers just because I don't have the energy to, and my throat's still dry despite me drinking a bunch of water. So as you see here, CT, blah, 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 blah. CT's total score before bonus is 88, plus 2 longevity bonus. Here's the score of 90. Brad, he has 5 finals. Did it. 5 finals, 1 win. Elimination win, playing losses, so -1. He misses. 2 only boots. He has a score of 39. So look at the differences just from that. And only did those two. Would you like the scoring system to apply to the full list? I said, yes, please. That's the top 15. So CT's at 73, Derek's at 54, Darrell's at 47. Interesting that Derek's not number 2 above Darrell. Brad's at 38, Mark's at 36, Landon's at 34, Alton's at 32, Steve's at 28, Jamie's at 28, Theo's at 25, Mike's at 24, Adam Marston's at 24, Abrams at 24, Dan Setzler's at 24, Yes is at 21. So it says what the system factors in. I said, can you do a list for all the men I listed for the error, not just the top 15? So here's the, okay, I did the top 15. So I'm just going to go from 16 onwards. At John has 15, Tech has 15, Dan has 15, Eric has 15, Cyrus has 15, Shane has 15, Laterian has 15, Ace has 15, Adam has 15, Timmy has 15, A has 15. So all of them have 15. Okay, so this is the end. So this is live now, so we're going to do this. This might be the last one I asked. Okay. Okay. After reevaluating, Shane now ranks slightly higher with a score of 20, 16th place, due to strong longevity, modern era relevance, near finals placements. Cyrus now holds a score of 17, 17th place, reflecting two finals with one very weak, sorry, two finals with one win, weak elimination record, and an early boot on All Stars 4. So, yes, with this context, Shane should be ranked above Cyrus. Let me know if you want updated tiers or graphics reflecting this adjustment. Updated tiers. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, that's pretty nice. Okay. I'm gonna click on it. Okay. Not even let me. Okay. Okay. Oh, let me click on it. Okay. Okay. So I downloaded it. Here's the updated tiered ranking graphic of male competitors from the Challenge Era 1, with Shane now ranked above Cyrus based on stronger longevity and modern era relevance. I think, hold on, I'm gonna zoom it in. Oh, wait, no, that's two. Okay, so CT's completely in his own tier, which is interesting. He's the only one in the S tier, which makes sense. Then you have Derek and Darrell being the only two representing the A tier. Then you have Brad, Mark, Landon, and Alton being their own B tier, which I guess makes sense. Brad, Mark, Landon, and Alton. Then you have Steve, Jamie, Theo Vaughn, Abram, Mike Nissen, Dan Setzler, Adam Marson, Yes, and Shane, all in the C tier. And then you have the rest of them in the D tier. Cyrus, Timmy, Adam King, Ace, Laterian, Eric, John, Tech, Darrenty, and David. Okay. Out of everything we discussed throughout conversation, let's see a final tier ranking just to get us a solidified list. Let's see if anything changes or not. Here is the finalized tier ranking of all Era 1 male competitors from the challenge based on comprehensive evaluation across wins with quality weighted, finals appearances, elimination record, longevity and consistency, near final performances, early eliminations, and relevance across eras. So the S tier, CT at first with 73, A tier, Derek with 54 points, and Doral at 50 points. B tier, okay. Mark with 44 points. Fifth, Brad is at 42 points. Those five being at the top five isn't shocking. Landon at sixth with 38 points. Seventh is Alton with 34 points. Eighth is Abram with 32 points. At ninth is Mike Misnen with 31 points. At 10th is Adam Marson with 30 points. Now going to the C tier. Okay, let me drink quickly. At with the C tier, at 11th is Jamie with 29 points. At 12th is Steve with 28 points. At 13th is Theo with 27 points. At 14th is Shane with 24 points. At 15th is Yes with 22 points. At 16th is Dan Setzler at 22 points. At 17th with 21 points is Timmy. At 18th is Cyrus. And now we are at the final category, which is the D tier, which has Adam King at 19th with 19 points. 20th is Eric with 18 points. At 21st is Latoya with 16 points. At 22nd is Ace with 16 points. At 23rd is Dan Renzi at 16 points. At 24th is John with 15 points. At 25th is Tech with 15 points. And at 26th is David at 15 points. I think literally from the very, very, very beginning of this conversation and video, David's been last the entire time. So I found that to be very interesting. But anyways, that's my conversation with ChatGPT. This is how they organized the tier ranking of the Era 1 men who's done at least 3 seasons with all the data that they found and the data that I had to correct them on. So yeah, I definitely already am working on the conversation with the Era 1 woman. I'm probably going to do the same thing with Era 3 and Era 4 as well. So I'm going to type, thank you for working with me to create a list. Stable and meaty list of this topic. You're very welcome. It was a real pleasure working with you on such a deep and detailed project. You brought thorough insights, stats, and great critical thinking to the table. This final tier list is absolutely solid because of that. If you ever wanted to expand this to the Women's Era 1 ranking, Modern Era comparisons, or even deep into duo/team season breakdowns, I'm ready when you are. I appreciate the collaboration and long live the Challenge Legacy debates. All right, so I'm going to end this here and I'm going to come back with other stuff. Thank you all for watching and I'll be back